What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV fam. Y'all know the vibes by now. I got another banger for y'all, so kick back, relax, and take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
One of the top rising seniors, a five-star prospect, ranked number 6 in the country by On3, number 2 power forward in the 2026 class, has just cut her list of schools to 4. And if you don't know the name, get familiar.
You all know the name McKenna Woliczko. Well, if you don't, you do now. She is arguably the best wing in the class of 2026 from Archbishop Mitty, and she's also a 2-time SB Live National Player of the Year. She's led the Monarchs to a 58-4 record and 2 Northern California titles. Right now, she's averaging 25.3 points per game and 10 rebounds. But let me tell you, in Mitty's 83-77 win over Clackamas, the Jazzy McKenna showdown at the Nike TOC, McKenna exploded for 38 points, which is a new career high for Mitty. But her impact goes beyond the court. McKenna is focused on leaving a legacy.
So great that so many people are watching women's sports. So many people know these names of these women athletes. And I'd say for me, with the support of my teammates, my coaches, my family, I want to be someone like that can leave a legacy and can have a household name. I think that's really cool. And having, young boys come up to me and be like, yeah, did you watch the game of this? It's like, wow, just the times have changed, and it's really cool to see.
At 6'2" with unmatched skill and drive, McKenna is proving why she's one of the best in the nation.
McKenna is a 6'2" hybrid forward out of San Jose, California. She goes to Archbishop Mitty High School, and man, she's been racking up the accolades, state champ, player of the year, all the things that you want to hear getting done from a 5-star prospect. She's ranked as the number 2 player in all of Cali and the number 2 power forward. But what's crazy is, man, her versatility. Now, last season, she averaged 22 points or 22.1 points and 8.4 rebounds. But she is, I got to mention, coming off an ACL tear. So she missed majority of her junior season when she went down in January. Well, not majority, but a lot of it. But I will say this, man. This is very, and she's a very, very intriguing prospect. Now, she's got Coach Don Staley in South Carolina in her Final Four. Also, another top contender that I want to talk about, too, is Iowa. Rounding out the group is USC and Ohio State. Now, I got to say, first off, South Carolina is absolutely doing their due diligence in that 2026 class. And McKenna is really one of the players that has the most upside in this entire class, man. Just her versatility, her ability to score the basketball from all 3 levels, her tenacity, she's truly a competitor. She can get it off the dribble. She can catch and shoot it. And I just love that she uses that length so well to finish in contention, contested shots, man. Like the pressure, she really can get to the bucket and extend. I think she's also another player that is just scratching the surface. I think those reboundings, as she continues to add strength, will continue to go up, and she is going to be an elite level college player for 4 years. I'm just going to tell you now. Now, Coach Don Staley and the gang are doing their due diligence, man. They're already on board with Olivia Edwards as well, 6'3" power forward, number 2 ranked player in that class. She was on campus in January ahead of the Gamecocks game against LSU, and she was also seen at practice with them the day before. So and then they also hosted Sanaya Hall last month as well, the number 1 player in the country. I'm sure that McKenna will be getting on campus for a visit too, knowing that they are in her top 4. And actually, she will be visiting South Carolina in late June. So in a couple weeks, she'll actually be on campus down in Columbia. So definitely something to monitor. But I want to salute Iowa too, man. They're definitely in the running. I think they've just done an incredible job of recruiting, and they got Kristen Deal coming in, 5-star prospect that's being hailed as that next great guard with Caitlin Clark. That Caitlin Clark-esque, that type of impact, at least on the court. But also, they had a really good class coming in this past year. The freshmen that earned some tough minutes and really grew up. So I think Iowa, that would be a really, really good fit. Just her play style, her system, and she would be the highest rated front court player that they've brought in quite some time. But when you think about her versatility with the shooting, being able to get up and down the court, being able to pick and pop, she's got like that versatility like Hannah Stokey, but I think she's just way more skilled. And the bodies are obviously different. Stokey a little bit more of a bully, whereas McKenna's a little bit more of a finesse player. But Iowa, don't sleep on them, man. Coach Jen Jensen's doing her thing in the portal as well as on the recruitment trail, so don't sleep on them. And USC, man, like I know Juju Watkins is down, but yo, they just got the number one player in the country in Jazzy Davidson, and she is a bona fide superstar. I'm not saying she's here to replace Juju Watkins or anything like that, or but at the same time. Like, USC might be alright, man. They did really well in the portal. They brought in some serious talent, and they bring in another tough recruit class. Now, I also love that, like, they lost Kaylee Hempel, they lost Avery Howe, but they bring back Kennedy Smith, who was easily the best freshman in that class. So you put her with they brought in some very veteran guards to come in and balance the scoring load, and you got Jazzy Davidson, who is going to, I mean, she could easily win Freshman of the Year. Like, when you talk about a walking bucket, oh my gosh. Like, bro, she can score it from anywhere. And I honestly felt like, no disrespect to Leah Chavez, I felt like Jazzy Davidson was the best player in the country probably for the last year and a half. Like, she's just dominant. She's killed on the AU circuit. She's killed on the high school circuit. She dominated for Team USA. Like, she's killed in all the All-Star games. Like, Jazzy Davidson is a special talent. And there's nobody, one player that's going to be able to come in and right away replace Juju Watkins, a generational level talent, one of the best scorers and players in the entire country, one of the best prospects pro-wise that we've seen in quite some time, maybe possibly ever since Maya Moore. Like, nobody's going to come in and replace that, especially not a freshman. But Davidson can definitely come in, get you 20 a game, and kind of lighten that load and just ease that hurt that USC is feeling right now. But she's also, like, we're going back to McKenna now, she's also a California kid. So, USC has done a good job of keeping their local talent home, man. Like, Davidson, number one player in the country, Juju Walker, like, they've done a really good job of keeping those West Coast kids at home. So do not sleep on Coach Lindsey Gottlieb and those USC Trojans. I'm just saying. And, I mean, honestly, they don't have a whole lot in the front court, so she definitely could get some immediate playing time as a freshman, depending on what happens. Rounding out the group, Ohio State, man. I love the fact that Jelani Cambridge stayed, and they're going to have to build around her. But if she comes in and plays with a point guard like Jelani Cambridge, who is very unselfish, that makes things the game easier for the players around her, that commands so much attention with the ball in her hands, but that is one of the best passers in the country, and is just super unselfish, man. Like, she's really a pass first point guard. I know she's a bucket, and they rely on her for scoring, but she's really a pass first point guard, and she's the type of guard that other players, especially young players that are looking to get established in the collegiate ranks, she's going to make things easier, and she'll be a junior by then as well, so she'll be experienced and probably one of the best point guards in the country, I'm thinking. So it'll be interesting to see, man. But this is another talent. And Coach Don Staley, like I said, they're getting her on campus in a couple of weeks. This is another that 2026 class with Edwards and Parker and McKenna, like, bro, and Hall, like, guys, this 2026 class could absolutely be the best class ever for Don Staley, man. As far as just on paper, I mean, they're running for like 3 or 4 out of the top 6 players. So it's definitely getting spooky. And we know South Carolina, big year loaded, ready to see Tanai Laston. I'm ready to see Raven Johnson come back in that. They tested Johnson, ready to take that next step, get into the starting lineup. You got Joyce Edwards, who's a superstar, and maybe McKenna comes in and takes over for Chloe Kitts when she, goes pro. They're a perfect replacement. They got similar skill sets. I'm gonna hold you. I don't know if she got that sauce like Chloe, that toughness, that dog, but we will see. But she definitely, if I'm from McKenna, I'm watching Chloe Kitts. I'm definitely watching Chloe Kitts in this situation of how she's been utilized, how she's waited her time, how she's gotten better every year, taking on more responsibility. And I'm telling y'all right now, man, I would not be shocked if Chloe Kitts is in that running for Player of the Year, averaging double-double this year. Like how she started off the first couple of months of the season and how she finished the season. I think we see that more consistently coming up this year. And then, of course, Joyce Edwards is out there as well. We're ready to see what Adele Tack. Like the front court is already absolutely stacked. You got Ashlyn Watkins coming back. But by the time Chloe gets up out of there, man, they might have her replacement. So we will see how it all goes down, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. That is a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Until next time, my people, we out.